Hey everybody, how's it going? Back for more, I see, whether you're watching live or on the archive on YouTube or Facebook. Got some drumming tribute winning announcements, two of them in fact. The Jeff Porcaro Tribute Drumming Challenge, and then the Rush 2112 Drumming Tribute Challenge coming up right after that on this same broadcast, so don't leave. Some really great entries, and if you're not familiar with how that works, I'm going to show you. So you can check out the ticker down there. We have a membership site. There is a free level, and you can participate in many different things without being part of the paid level. However, if you're part of the premium level, which is only $12 a month or $120 a year, you get all kinds of really fun extra stuff. And in fact, we have a really cool special right now where it's buy one and get three more for free. I think we have that right here, I think. Check it out. Oh, come on. Don't do this to your friends by leaving them out. Buy one premium membership or arcade pass and bring three friends for free.
That's insane.
Tons of online fun for all types of music fans and extra stuff for drummers. This is for a limited time only, so get it now at www.drumtalktvbrilliance.com. Buy one and receive a personalized code to gift to three friends, and they get in free because music is fun online with more friends, right? Buy one, bring three for free. Quick, before our accountant finds out. Yeah, that's right. So lots of fun stuff. But let's get to the Drumming Tribute Challenge winners. First, starting with Jeff Porcaro, and I see, yep, someone spelled his name wrong in the player. Well, that's sweet, but that's okay. Let me show you where this is. So you go to drumtalktvbrilliance.com. and you log in, which will take you here, whether you're a free login or premium pass. And then you go to drumming challenges. Let's click there and it's going to refresh and going to get over to the Jeff Porcaro drumming tribute challenge. It's going to show you plenty of past ones there too that you can look back at. Phil Collins, Neil Peart, John Bonham, goes on and on. Stuart Copeland, so many different styles of music. But here's Jeff Porcaro, so let's click there. And then as you scroll down, you'll see the rules. You'll see my introduction, all this stuff, and then all the different submissions. You can go through, cruise through there, and see what everybody has submitted. There's some really, really cool stuff. So let's take that off for just a moment so I can focus on the winners here. Let's get to the right tab. And thanks for joining me for this. Hope that the people who submitted are watching. If not, you'll see it on the replay. You'll get an email if you haven't already, depending on when you saw this, either before or after you got the email, of course. And so third place, starting with that, a returning winner. And you know what? I'm going to put on my other glasses so I can see a little bit better. We've got from Rochester, New York, Antonio Guerrero with Africa by Toto. That's not an easy song. Third place, he gets a $50 gift certificate to his favorite music store and allow for 30 days for that. And I know we are behind on one of the other challenges. And he tells us this is a fantastic groove created by the great Jeff Porcaro. Oop, there goes a cat. Hold on. Want to make sure one of the dogs doesn't play with her. Okay, leave her alone. There we go. He tells us this is a fantastic groove created by the great Jeff Porcaro on drums and the percussionist Lenny Castro on conga and cowbells. I play the drums and the percussion parts. Really great job on it. And that's our comment from the judges collectively, is that really sweet that you cut in you playing those other parts. Added a lot. So great job. Just so you folks know, the judging is done. 50% of the score is based on accuracy, matching the actual recording you're playing to. And they can be and have to be officially released recordings. They won't get muted or pulled here in the membership site. And they can be live recordings depending on what the parameters are of that particular challenge. This, to Jeff Porcaro, could have been anything. But studio recording in this case, great job. 50% of the score is accuracy, and 30% of the score is sound, matching the sound. That's one of the hardest things to do. Not that accuracy is easy. I'm not watering that down. But so what about the other 20%? I got to tell you, I don't think anyone has ever taken advantage of this. All you got to do is get some friends, some fans, some followers, maybe your ex and her new husband or boyfriend or whatever, or he, whatever the case may be, to vote for you. And that's 20% more of the weight. And you could pass somebody up for that, and no one's ever done it. I would really like for someone to write us and tell us why. Okay, there you go. Another tip, make sure we can hear the playback of what you're playing to. Otherwise, we can't judge it. But great job by Antonio. Give him a big hand. Next, we have, let's show his video real quick. I can't play it or it will get muted, but I can do this. Here we go. Watch this trick. Great job. Look, he's playing all the different parts, has 2 camera angles of his kit. He was a first place winner a little while back and had him on for an interview. And he broke down his whole multimedia setup. So great job. Thanks so much. Okay, coolness. There we go. Let's go back and see who second place is. And this was not easy. None of them are. They get harder and harder for us. Oh, one more thing. So someone has asked, like, why don't we name the other judges? Great question. And I don't know. No, I'm kidding. The reason why is because a while back when we started doing this, a couple of the judges that we asked said, well, I'll do it, but I don't want my name mentioned, because if someone doesn't get picked and they're a follower of mine, blah, 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 and they feel bad or they're worried about hate mail, or I don't know. But to respect that, we figured, okay, we either have to name all of them, checking on a dog here, name all of them or none of them. So that's why I'm one of the judges, to be totally transparent. Okay, just so you know, one of them. All right, second place from Shelby Township, Michigan, Clyde Finesse. No, I'm kidding. Steve Toko, who has played before as well. He did, this is a sleeper, I think, to a degree. I keep forgetting, by Michael McDonald with Jeff on drums. And he tells us, this is one of my nearly 700 drum covers on my YouTube channel. Wow, dude's been busy. This is an old Toto song that I always liked. And our judges' comments are, one of them commented, nice job on the delicateness of the song and the space that it requires. Another judge said, cross-stick rim click was a bit of a heavier note compared to the original. The snare sound was tuned exactly the same, just a little fatter, but great job playing. So I want to pull that up real quick so you can get a little taste of what that looks like. This is really great job. Great song too. I never would have seen this one coming, but there's Steve right there doing it. And if I rewind to the beginning, you can see him doing the delicate cross stick in the beginning. Where is that? Oh, maybe it's, do I have the right song there? Here we go. Sorry. Really great job. Great job. Lots of content from this man on his channel. Check it out. And by the way, if you go to www.drumtalktvbrilliance.com and you check out the challenges, you can see all the channels of each player, where to follow them. So give them some love. $75 gift certificate to Steve's favorite music store. So that's on the way. Now, ready? Here we go with the announcement. Let me cue this up. Of the #1 winner of the Jeff Porcaro. I know it's spelled wrong on the player. I'm going to get on somebody's rear end for that. Gently, though. You know, we don't really get mad at our people. What's the point in that, right? Well, except maybe in this case. Where's the, here it is. Ready? Okay. This is going to be the winning piece. Here it comes. Congratulations to Todd Orchard in Brisbane, Australia. I lived there for a while. In fact, 17 Mile Rocks, I believe, is where I lived. First time I ever drove where there were roundabouts before we ever had them, at least on the west side of the United States. So that was a trip. Drove right through the middle of them once just for a shortcut, just to see what would happen. And yeah, it went pretty well, actually. So great job. Let's see what's going on there. So comments is that, first of all, I personally forgot that Jeff Porcaro had played on Lido by the Lido Shuffle by Boz Scaggs. I just totally forgot about that. But Todd says, while his feel is impossible to emulate, we'll never stop having fun trying. Absolutely. Fun song, right? Recorded on bits and pieces of different gear at my practice space on a Yamaha EAD10. You can see one of his acrylic kits there. He's submitted videos before, always does a great job. Relaxed, great performance, great sound matching. Really, really great job. So congratulations there to Todd. All the winners, you'll hear from us soon. We'll get you all set up with those gift certificates. And Todd, you get to appear with me on a Drum Talk TV interview. Can't wait to hear your precious Brisbane accent. It'll take me back to when I lived there. What was that, 14 years ago, 15 years ago, something like that. Proposed to my wife in Australia on Bondi Beach. Yeah, when we stayed at the Swiss Grand, the day after we arrived there, she stayed for 3 months. I stayed for 2 years, just kept getting work. Had a video production company there, worked a lot with the charter yacht industry, the Sydney to Hobart yacht race, and with the Tad James Company, the largest NLP and hypnotherapy training company. Anyhow, enough of me. Let's go and check out the Rush Tribute Challenge. Ready for that? There we go. Okay. So let's move over to, bear with me, I'm going to pull up the right goodies here. Let's minimize this, pull up that. Dan's getting his scoring stuff together. Is that the Rush? Yes, it is. Okay. So let's go to the first winner announcement. Yesterday we announced the Led Zeppelin Presence album, one of my favorite albums, one of my favorite things to play to. Played it in a band years and years ago, like almost 50 years ago. I'm a little older than I might look. Well, hopefully, maybe not. But yeah, about 50 years ago, 45 to 50 years ago, and that's right. Anyhow, this album, Rush 2112, easy. Anyone that's been playing for like a year can just glide through this stuff, right? You got Passage to Bangkok, 2112, that's pretty easy, even with all the movements. You just got to memorize the changes. We got, what's he talking about? I'm kidding. This is an undertaking. And so was the judging. And I want to give a big shout out to the previous people who submitted to Jeff Porcaro, the previous entries to Led Zeppelin's Presence, and everybody who submitted to this one for Rush 2112. Everyone did a great job. There's some really interesting stuff. And I've said over and over and over before when I make these announcements, I love seeing all the gear and seeing all the setups and seeing the drum rooms and all that stuff. Even if you're in a garage with the pegboard and the tools in the background, I just love seeing that stuff. I think drummers geek out on gear more than any other musicians, right? Am I right? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Okay, so here we go. This is Mr. from Irmo, South Carolina. Once again, Mr. David Drezek with 2112 Overture. Great job. And David tells us, I chose this song because it's one of the great tunes off this album. I hope Neil accepts my attempt at this great instrumental. I'm sure he does, and we do too. Great job. $50 gift certificate to your favorite music store. All right, second place. Now, I got to tell you, I've seen this next gentleman perform live, and this dude, he doesn't crush it. He crushes it with his band Infinity Rush. Everybody give a big hand to second place. Aaron Olson in Las Vegas, Nevada, where my wife and I lived for a long time. Just a tremendous job with a really, really interesting entry. Like this is a sleeper song, I think. At least that was my 2 cents. And a couple other judges also threw in the same comment that this is just a nice, straightforward, and on the drums. And straightforward songs are not always the easiest to play. If you look at the Beatles with Ringo, if you look at the slower stuff from Nick Mason with his backup band Pink Floyd on Dark Side of the Moon, and The Wall, where there's more simplistic playing, there's more space for error. And this song's a lot like this as well. This is Lessons by Rush. And I'm embarrassed to say, I even forgot this song was on that album till I heard the first 2 seconds of it. Aaron says, I played on the Pearl kit that I used to play in my Rush tribute band, Infinity Rush. And the Pearl kit I used to play, yeah, it somehow got pasted here twice. Great job with that. And if you get a chance to see, my wife and I saw Aaron and his band Infinity Rush down in Tucson about a year and a couple months ago, something like that. Not only was the playing great, but they put on a multimedia show with a big screen in the background, their own multimedia that they created to go with the songs. Fantastic experience. They do a lot of fly out gigs, so definitely see them if you can. Great job, my brother Aaron. Now, for first place, someone I don't think has submitted before, and I'm just gonna pull up. Let's see here. Let's go with So this isn't why this gentleman won. This isn't why he won, but I do want to give a shout out to let me just get it to where the right place. Hold on. There we go. All right. It's loading. It's loading. It's loading. So this is a little different. This young man, and I'm old enough to say that no matter how old you are, played to the whole album. It's not why he won, but I got to tell you that must be a big fan. Oh, let me tell you who it is for. Hailing from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I never heard of that, but hello from the world famous Globe, Arizona. Sterling Fuentes sounds like a secret agent name. Sterling, good on you. Really great job. He did the whole album. It was extremely spot on. Any one of these songs crushed it. The one I have queued up is the grand finale, and I'll show you. His setup is really cool. So during his interview that he's going to get, I would love a breakdown of your kit. Really, really cool. Look at that Fun Zone, or as I call my big progressive kit, my playpen and Fun Zone. So great job. Sterling says, Rush is my favorite band. Neil Peart is my favorite drummer. The band as a whole and as individuals have inspired me to be a better in all pursuits, personally and musically. Great job. Just really, really good job all around. An extra bonus is that you get to see a lot of his playing. There's a lot of other, I'm just going to click through real quick. There's a lot of other players that submitted. There's David Seymour with his really cool Fun Zone. We had David Drezik that I showed, Aaron Olson, and then going back to Steve Porcaro. Let's click on that again so you can see some of the other players and their goodness. Down here, scrolling down, we've got Antonio again, Steve. It's loading. Lots of just so much fun stuff here. I really appreciate everybody being part of this. This is Todd Orcher all the way on the other side of the planet. Then we've got Marcelo Sanguis. Marcelo just like really barely missed it. Great job with Beat It by Michael Jackson. Again, I forgot that Jeff played on that. Really great job. David Seymour again on this challenge. Just a lot of really great fun drumming. That's why we do this. To inspire people to challenge themselves, challenge each other, just have fun. So thank you everybody so much. You'll all hear from all of us. And I see there are some comments. Doug Jeffrey says, how much air drumming equipment per fan is being allowed in each show? How much setup time is provided pre-show? Well, these are all pre-recorded and submitted and loaded into our membership site. So air drumming is not allowed because you have to be playing the actual music. But you can, and yes, I mentioned that earlier, Dave Miller, about Steve's name. I'm going to get on somebody about that. But yeah, No air drumming for the competitions, but you're welcome to air drum while we're showing the videos or while anything else on Drum Talk TV is playing, where we reach about 5 million people a month online. What else do we have here? Doug also says for the new Rush tour, Rush is on tour? How could that? Come on. Just kidding. Of course, I know they're on tour. We're looking to have Annika on again, hopefully soon, if not by the end of the tour, when she's out my way in Phoenix, Arizona. But Doug Jeffrey says for the new Rush tour, how much air drumming? Oh, there you go. I love it. That's what that is. Got it. Yeah, that's a great question. Probably one of the most, if not the most, air drummed to bands ever, right? I mean, with YYZ, Tom Sawyer, Closer to the Heart, the fills and the guitar solo section at the end of the end of the guitar solo section of Free Will, the Camera Eye, Natural Science, 21 Times. We can go on and on and on. How about Deep Cuts, Circumstances, Cinderella Man, Xanadu, Something for Nothing, The Trees. One of my favorites, deep, deep, deep old cut from Fly By Night. Can you guess what it is? Beneath, Between, and Behind. Such a great song. They've been such an influence on me since 1976 when I was introduced to 2112. I was 3 years old. A friend of mine came up. No, I was 13. That's right. And a friend of mine came over with the brand new album. I'm like, what is this? And then I got 2112 and All the World's a Stage at the same time. And bam, hooked. Saw them maybe not a lot, 18 times. I don't think that's a lot for a Rush fan. A friend of mine who's 64 just saw them for his 64th time. So very, very cool to have everybody submit for that. We appreciate you. Thanks for the comments and thanks for following what we do here on Drum Talk TV. Lots of stuff coming up. Join the membership site. Ticker is down there. The information's in the post and it doesn't cost anything. There's a premium level. You get extra stuff, but you could join for free, be part of the fun. And thank you so much. We will see you soon.